So should you boost your Street Fighter 6 ranked account? No. You Clayhouse living spandex wearing spam eating piece of shit? Of course not. What makes you think that's a good idea? Seriously, what do you gain from doing that? Is it fame? Is it bitches? What do you gain from boosting your account? The answer is a whole lot of fucking nothing. You can't even brag to your friends, right? It's like, oh, well, I'm master rank. Bitch, as soon as they play you, they're gonna know you didn't fucking improve. Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, Tekken, all these fighting games, by and large, are 1v1 events. You are not locked out from playing with your friends based on your rank. So there's no like functional reason to boost your account. So I can't even like empathize with that section of it. The other thing is like, oh yeah, well, I just wanted to, have the title next to my name and brag about it. Okay, you're gonna lose it immediately. So what, you went to ggboosting.net, spent $500 on a 37% off $800 purchase just to immediately flush that money down the toilet? You got parasites in your brain or something? It doesn't make it make sense. If there's a legitimate reason to boost your account, I would love to hear it. I'm always open to new information and listening to people's cases on stuff and possibly changing my mind when new information is presented, right? I have no problem with that. But again, there's no functional use for it. It's not like a team-based game where now you can play with your friends, right? This is a 1v1 environment. You will rank down immediately. It will not take you more than one play session, I can assure you that. And if you were right on the cusp of getting master rank anyways, so that you're good enough to kind of hold your own in master, what fucking purpose did that money serve? It didn't serve anything. You gained nothing. It served no purpose. And, we could have the whole conversation of, well, I'm good at fighting games. I just don't have the time. So I wanted somebody to boost it. Okay, well, doesn't it take time to make money? Unless you're like Mr. Moneybags over here, and granddaddy, done did work the farm back down in the fucking early 1900s or whatever. Like, bro, what are you wasting? What are you doing? It's going to take you a whole fucking work week at minimum wage. Actually, probably more, because minimum wage isn't that high. I don't even know. I don't know what minimum wage is anymore, but it's going to take you a whole fucking work week, roughly, on to be able to pay for that. Just grind for a week, my guy. Work on your fundamentals. Now, I could understand maybe taking $500 if you've got it to spend and putting it towards coaching, right? I don't personally endorse fighting game coaching. Here's the thing, at least with coaching, I could say, okay, you're making an active attempt to improve in a game that, if you want to rank up, you need to improve in. B, you're going to get information that'll help you be a better fighting game player across the board as long as you internalize it if you have a good coach, right? But here's the thing with coaching. I'm going to tell you a little secret. There is so much information on the internet, whether it's YouTube, forums, Reddit, Twitter, whatever, right? Articles, and there's information in books on how to be a better fighting game player, not just like specific to any game. Also, there's specific ones, right? That you really shouldn't need coaching. If you want it that bad and you have any sort of like self-start motivation skills, go to YouTube, type in how to play X character, right? Or how to beat X character and watch that video. Internalize each part of it. Make sure it's for your current patch. Another thing you could do, most modern fighting games, including Street Fighter 6, have a robust training mode where you can set up the dummy, the bot, to do whatever the fuck you want it to do, and you can lab against that, right? Okay, well, this person keeps doing, medium kick, drive rush, jab, throw loop, or whatever the fuck, right? So you set it to do that and you practice against it, figure out how to beat it because you don't know how to beat it, right? Or whatever it is. And you do that for every interaction. You can do these things. You can lab each interaction so you have the knowledge on how to beat it going forward. Fuck the frame data, right? You could practice your whiff punishing. You could set the bot to doing random things in neutral, and then you could try to whiff punish each of the buttons. You could do that. Like, there's different levels to it. There's drills you can do. And that's free. It comes with the game. Like, you paid $500 to boost when you could have just spent 15 minutes in the lab each day until you're better. Because that's the thing. Like, let's face it, you don't need to spend an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours in the lab. You're minimizing your returns. You're going to see diminished returns. Spend 15 minutes, or if your brain is really active, maybe 30. in the lab, focusing on one thing and one thing only. Do that every single day. After you focused on that one thing, and then you apply it in a match, right? And you can continually apply it in a match, move on to the next thing, and repeat that process. Don't juggle too many things, all right? You don't want to overload your mental stack. It's going to give you diminished recurrence. It's going to be rough. You can do that, but by and large, you should be focusing on one thing at a time. When I saw my most explosive growth, I'll tell you exactly what I was doing, okay? This is what I did. I'd get in front of my computer. Each day I was ready to practice, right? Each day I was ready to get matches. I had a notebook and I had a sticky note, right? Sticky note said, this is what I'm working on today, right? Whether it was air-to-airing better, making sure to use jab checks, attempting tick throws if I couldn't open my opponent up, like whatever it was, I would write it down so it was there. And then before every single round of every single match, win or lose, right, I would look at it and make sure, was I working on this thing? And every single time, every single round that I did it, I would do a check mark. And every single time I wouldn't do it, I'd do an X. You could do an O for the S2. But this way I could keep track. And then once I had like 70% check marks, I would move the fuck on. And I was a bit of a nerd too. I'd keep stats where I was like, I played this character against this character. You know, these are the things I struggled with or whatever. So I'd keep track of the things I was constantly doing right or struggling with so I could be better. But then I would take that information and I would bring it into the lab with me the following day or whenever the next thing came up, right? And that's when I saw the most explosive growth I've ever had. And I really should go back to doing that. Right now, I'm just like, I need to button up my offensive pressure in the quarter. So that's what I'm working on. Whatever, right? Who fucking cares? But to bring it back to this ranked thing, ultimately, your friends are going to judge you. It's not going to help you get laid, right? It's not going to make your parents love you. It's not going to make you feel any better because you're going to be down $500, right? Your bank account's going to be hurting. You're still going to be losing your matches, probably even worse now that you're in Master. So you've wasted all of that time it took to get that money, and now you've wasted the money. Like, it's just, I don't know. If you actually boost your account, in the words of low tier God, you should kill. I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time on this video. I think by and large, this isn't a hot take. This isn't like me being an outlier. It's just covering the situation for those of you that don't know about the whole ggboosting.net thing. There is also other there's other services out there, I'm sure, but yeah, don't do this shit, man. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Just play the game. Try to get better if you want to get better. And if you don't care about the rank, then like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop being dumb. It's okay. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I'm done with this one. I will see you in the next one. Yeah.